All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Crafts Her Way by Devin Seward. And today we are going to finish off what we got done. I will show you pretty much I got everything finished. This is our lid for the cross, and we demolded her. And then this is the bottom of the cross. And they fit together nicely, see? And that's adorable. There's the top and the bottom. I love it. It's gorgeous. It makes for a good little trinket box. And you can put whatever you want in them. You know, put your little jewelry pieces in there, and there you have it. Nice and pretty. Okay. And I will do something with the rest of the beads that are in there. That's the cross. We will put that back together. She kind of snaps together. That's how they had it when they sent it, which I like because then it keeps my pieces all together. See? Nice. All right. Put that one away. Okay. And then we did the little carousel. And this is our top. Get it out of there. That's the top of our carousel. And there's the bottom of our carousel. And there's the stem. We're going to be putting these together today, and there's our horsies inside. That one is all finished, and so I'm just going to pop it together. See? Goes together nicely too, and they all stay together. All right, now we're going to be putting the little horsies in and my carousel piece, and we're going to be using a little bit of UV here in just a second. So there's my demolds on those, and then I will pour this, and here's the butterfly. The sticker is sticky on the back, so we're going to be adding a little bit of UV to the back of that so we can finish off with our 5. See? All right, and then there's the coaster for that one. We're going to be putting that away, and we'll get that on there. And then our little cross is good and finished. She'll go over here to be sanded. I'm going to get that one out of the way so I can get these done. Oh, and here's our trinkets. We had just a little bit of trimmings to do, which I will finish. But as you can see, there's that one. And I just put it inside the little circle trinkets. And then here's this one, which the little circle went inside that one. Then we have the hearts, which in the squares, we'll be gluing that one in too. There's the square, just like that, a little bit. And they turned out gorgeous, guys. So we'll get them set in there later. For now, I want to get this carousel done. And then we have our seahorse, which we're going to be putting a piece on that with E6000 here. Find my little tail thingy. I think it's in here. Let me look in here. Yeah, there it is. Okay. All right. And there's my thing. I'm going to go ahead and open this up while I have it in hand. And we're just going to squeeze some of this out. And we're going to pump on some E6000. And then I'm going to take my holder and where the little key is, I'm going to turn it upside down and put that little key in there just like that. So that that's a pop tab. They actually work really well for that. And then I'm just going to press on it. That way we can get it in there and then move this stuff up and around the key, or the pop tab. I call it a key holder, but it actually holds the holds that on there, and then you can hang it. Okay, I'm going to set that up to let it dry. I'm going to get a paper towel. I'm going to wipe and just clean that off. There we go. All right, now let's get these together. But first, let's do the I have some Happy Mail today. I'm so excited, guys. So let me show you my Happy Mail. In my goodie bag, I got some cups. I don't want it to read that, but there's my measuring cups. I got some new ones. Set them aside. And then we got the teddy bear mold, which it was really scuffed up when it come. It was really kind of bent up inside. So I hope it pours right. If it doesn't, then I won't be ordering them no more. And then we got the bathtub. Got the little legs in it. And there's the bathtub mold. As you can see, that's really, really cute. Okay. And then we got the crosses. I really think some of these are very pretty. So as you can see, there's crosses. And there's lots of pretty ones on there. This one kind of reminds me of a guitar cross. That's really pretty. All right. There's that one. And we got our little cows. Oh, those are so cute. I'm not going to open them, guys. There's a couple packs of them in there. Pretty much different ones. Well, let's go ahead and open it. All right, so here we go. There's those. Same ones, same ones, same ones, same ones, same ones. Aren't them gorgeous? They're gorgeous. Isn't them gorgeous, guys? They're going to be really cute. Maybe to make some little Christmas ornaments out of. All right, put these up here with my stickers. Okay, and then we got this package. Inside this package comes a small jar of the UV resin. So this is more handy dandy for me to use. That was all that was in there. That's all we did. Okay. And then we got the reindeer, which if you can see it, there's a fold right here. A really bad fold. I don't know if you guys can see it there. That crease is in the sticker. And so it's kind of ruined. I'm not sure if I can still use it or not. There's another crease on this end of the sticker. It's pretty bad. See? Pretty bad. Anyhow, there's one. Then we got the cow, which this one has a crease right up the center of it. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I wish they would package them different. And then here's this cow with another crease right straight up the center. I'm not sure about that one neither. And then I got this horse, which I absolutely adore. It's very beautiful. It's going to have a background on it, but that is gorgeous. And make up some new cloths. And then we have the elephant, guys. The elephant. Oh, I'm so excited about this one. It's a little planner. My sister adores planners. And then we got some little shakers. Some Christmas ones. You know what I mean? Santa Clauses, peppermints, rainbow peppermints, more Santa, or yeah, more Santas. Christmas trees, holly leaves, snowflakes, um, snowmen, Santa hats, and this one here is a mixture of candy canes and stars. And I'm not sure what else. Let's get this one open. And there's that one. And then we have some snowman stickers. I'm about to read that. Snap a picture of it. Well, look at that, guys. Isn't that pretty? They're snowman stickers. So there's one. There's one. Oh, there's one behind it. Another one. That one. This one. And ooh, that one's pretty. So there we go. There's our snowman stickers. Put these over here with the stickers. All right. And these three, too. I'm trying to get this room organized a little bit more. That one is out of the package. And then here, let's see. Here we have our big turtle shaker, which here's the body, guys. That's pretty good size. And then here's the cap. Actually, I think they go this way. So just like that, there's our bigger turtle shaker, which I'm not sure what I would put in her. She's so huge. And then here, sorry about the rattling, guys. I'm trying not to get through it real quick. Okay. And then here, I got the snowflakes. Now, these look so much bigger when Glitz and Glitter does them, but they're not very big at all. See how tiny they are? They're very tiny. Very tiny. So, yeah. And then here's that one. Oh, that one looks normal size. There's that one. And there's that one. And there's this one, which looks so huge when she does it, but it's not even that huge either, guys. And then there's this one. And then there's that one. And then there's going to be so pretty. That was it of that. And then if you remember me showing you the other day, we had the one that comes from Roberta. And this one has Christmas tree, snowflake, present. I think that's a snowman. Rocking horse, rainbow, penguin, mitten, Santa, snowman, stocking, holly leaf, gingerbread, candle, bell. Not sure what that is. Star, Santa suit. That almost looks like a moose. Candy cane, chocolate, gingerbread house, wreath, sleigh, and 25. Okay, so we will get that one in to the next haul of doing them. And then plus we had our big tray. There's our big tray, guys. That's a good thick tray that we can mold into. And this one's going to go back in here for now. And Okay. And then plus our Christmas stocking, guys, that we got the other day that we have not done yet. And we will get around to that. We're not going to do it today, but I think tomorrow will be a good pour for all the Christmas stuff. So that is curing, and we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to open this up. And we are going to be putting our stocking together, or I mean our merry-go-round. Okay. Now I'm going to put this cap on there. Somewhere there's like a lip. Let me see if I can get that out. There we go. I'll put that paper in there. Okay, we'll try it like that. Hopefully that works. I'll get rid of my cap. Okay. So we got our curing light on. All right. Now we're going to start with the pole, and we're just going to put a little bit of UV. Oops, get off of there. A little bit of UV right down inside. And we're going to stick that pole right down in there. Nice and level. And then we're going to wipe that off. I don't want a bunch of excess hanging over, because then it will cure to the outside. And then I'm going to stick this under the light. And then when that comes back out, we'll work on the top. Now, for the tip top of my carousel, I can figure out where it went to. I was going to put this. I have to UV it on there. That way it matches my horses, or we could use this one, but let's see. Maybe that one. Okay. We use that one. I kind of want the circle top. And it's just small enough that I can UV it right to the top. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Okay, let's get this one cured first, guys, and I'll be right back. Okay, that one is done. Now what we're going to do, and I found this little bead. I think I'm going to just put it on top. It's kind of got holes in it. I'm kind of worried about that, but I think it'd be pretty. So anyhow, we're going to put a little bit of the E6000 down into these little horse characters. It's right down inside. And then we're going to place our little horses in there. First, I got to carve this out. I need to get that out of there. I forgot about it. So let me just get into the back of this. Probably should have did this when it was dry, or when it was drying. I want to break my horses. There we go. It's Not going to be the greatest, guys, but just a little bit of that out of there. That's kind of good enough. I'm not going to worry too much of it because I don't want to break these horses down. I guess next time we'll do it while it's drying. But anyhow, and then our little horse can go right down into her hole. Where is it? Right here. Okay. And she'll just slip in there. Just like that. And we'll do the next one. I'm going to pull it up here so I can see. Pour a little bit of that in there. Wipe a little bit of it off the outside edge. And then we're going to slip this one in. Oh, this was a tough one. Hang on a minute. I'm moving them over. That one. Down in that hole. There we go. This one was wider, so it goes over here. I had them all in there once. Let's see. That one in here. Just a minute, guys. Only one of them fits in there. There we go. And one in here. There we go. Okay. And get a little more in this one here. We'll get that one in there. Okay. Get a little more in this one here. Get this one in here. And the last one here, which they're going to be a little offset on color, but that's okay. I'll get that out of there. I forgot about these little creases in the horse. It makes it hard. It'll be just fine. Get her in there. Okay, I need just a little bit more in this hole. Oh, and that goes that way. Get in there, you. Okay, now let's cure this, guys. Just like that. Give that a couple minutes to cure. And we'll be right back while I put the rest of it together. Okay. I could UV this on, but I'm going to E6000 the top on so that it will hold strongly and not come off. So we're just going to take a bubble. Sorry about that, guys. And we're going to put a good little bubble on here. There's that gnat again. He's been in here for a couple days. Okay. And so we got that. And we're just going to even this up. I'll put it on there nice and even. Right dead in center here. Get it centered. And then we're going to hold it for a second. Let me hold it up here and see. Oh, look at that, guys. Isn't that pretty? That is so pretty. Beautiful. Okay. We're just going to let her dry. And then we will get I think it's pretty even. Yeah, that's pretty even. Okay, we'll let that sit up and dry. And while that's drying, we're going to get this one. Move that over. I'm disappointed in this mold. It's got a big cut in it. I'm not sure how that's going to work. And we're going to pour a little bit on here. And then we're just going to take a popsicle stick and spread it out to the edges. Just enough to cover the backing of this sticker. That's all we want. Keep it nice and smooth. Trying to get that down to this edge here because it doesn't seem to be. There we go. Okay. Yeah, no bubbles in there. Okay. Now, let me get my towel and dry this off. And my stick. Okay. I'm going to stick this under the UV light. Okay. And then I'm going to grab a pair of gloves, guys, because as soon as we're done with that one, we'll set it over to be sanded. And I want to show you real quick. I got these in the mail. I'm very disappointed because they're collapsed. But these are the light bulbs. I'm not sure they'll come out of that. There's a hole there. I'm just so disappointed. I got these off eBay. And I don't think that mold's going to straighten itself out. And then this one here has the same problem. It's got a bend in it because they crammed them in this tiny box with the light sets. And so it was bad packaging on their part. And so I'm very, very disappointed. So I got to figure out how I'm going to fix that where they'll stand up. I don't know. I thought about pouring some water in them to see if they'd hold. Just don't know. Okay. Now we're going to put the cap back on this. Let me see something here. I think this is setting, but I'm scared. Uh, nah, that looks all right. Okay. Now that's got to cure overnight. Okay. And now I have the other one of these done. The set is finished, so I can move that from the table. Get these over here. I think what we might do, I'm going to set this aside, guys, for tomorrow. These are so small that they could have been done in UV. But anyhow, I think what we're going to do is just do this across today. I'm going to stick them down here. This one's really pretty. Let me get a cup. I'm going to put a little bit of crystals in there. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit of UV in it. Let me get the other bottle. I don't want to take that cap back off. Uh-oh. I don't know where that one come from. All right, let's pour this in here. There we go. We might get a couple out of it. A popsicle stick. We're going to give it a stir. Look at that. That's pretty. Okay, we're going to put a little bit more in there real quick. Let's see. No, I want the blue flakes. Okay, let me wipe my hand off and get some gloves real quick. Okay. All right. Here we go. Should have already had my gloves on, guys. Apologize for that. But it's hard for me to work with tiny things and big fingers. All right. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Now we're just going to stir this in because we got some of that real pretty colors in there. All right. Move that UV back. And we're going to pour into the cross. Just get this down in that corner. And this back here in these corners. Oh, there we go. That is so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna make sure we get it up in a little hole. Okay, and we'll pour this one. There's that one. Get that a little bit off of there. I don't really want no runovers. Okay. Pour this one. Okay. We're doing good so far. That's kind of Catholic, and I'm not crazy about Catholic crosses. Sorry, guys, I'm not Catholic. I'm Christian, but I love all Christian and Catholic, as long as you believe in Jesus. All right. All right. Enough left for one more here, guys. Let's do the little one. All right. There you have it. Okay. That's good enough. Now, that concludes that for the day. So, tomorrow we will come back and we will work on the rest of them. Pour in some of our new molds. Our little carousel is looking pretty good, guys. What do you think? I'm very happy with that. And then we also got these little bitty things here. It's got all kinds of different ones in that we'll try to use into our big turtle shaker there. Maybe we can pour it tomorrow. So tomorrow will be demold on the crosses. And then we will start over. I think that's it for today, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And please pay attention. We do have one more to mix. Let's do that. Let's do that before we go. So let me take our crosses, move them over a hair. Let me take our carousel and set him up out of the way. I don't know if I can get them in here without that. So here's the turtles and the snowflakes for tomorrow. And we'll just move these guys. I almost forgot, people. So let me get that one poured. And we'll get this one poured. Okay. We poured a coat on it. Well, I should have done colors in it, but I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is put a bottom color on it. So give me 1 second. I do it this way. get the A in here, guys. All right. Okay, now let's mix this up. I should have had some bigger sticks. Could have swore I bought some. Yeah, we'll use this one. We're just going to mix this in really, really good. Okay, I'm going to dump a little bit into a smaller cup. I might not need that much because it's, yeah, maybe there. Okay, now we're going to put some blue in here. I need a spoon and take that piece of gold out of there. Okay, now popsicle stick, and I'm going to stir this blue glitter in there. And it's still a little milky. I need just a tad bit more. I don't want that film over it with the blue. There we go. All right. That looks pretty good. All right. We're going to pour that in here. That's going to set up in there. Scrape it down. Almost. Okay. I think that takes it. Now let me move this over here, guys, so it's going to dry very level. That's important because my snowman goes in there. Okay. Now, for this one, we got some red, or purplish red. Let's see. I like that color. I think it's really pretty. So we're going to use this one. We're just going to pour it in there. We want a good, thick one. A little more. Okay, now you see that. We're going to stir it in really good. And 1 second, guys. Added just a little bit more hardener in that one because I want to make sure it cures hard. Just a tad more. I even them out, so I went ahead and put just a quarter more in there. Okay. That's going to be pretty. Oh, goodness, it's going to be really pretty. Okay. And then we're going to pour it over the top. And we're just going to spread that out so it doesn't all run over the edge. On up here. This is our giveaway for December 24th. Since we didn't get our giveaway done for Thanksgiving, we're going to do this one in return. And then maybe a set of Christmas ornaments, guys. Okay. Just a tad bit more on the edge. All right. There we go. Let me get that. I'm going to make it level, guys. She is by far not level. Okay. And I'll pour this last bit in it. There you go. All right. That's good. It'll just cure quicker. Okay, let me set that up here for a minute. See if I can't move this baby back. Grab my towel. Just like that, guys. That's how easy that is. So I'm going to clean my spoon off. Okay. And then I'm just going to scrape the last of this little bitty in here into this tiny cross here. Look at this. Almost got it, guys. Almost. Down here. There we go. I think that right there about does it. All right. There she is. Okay, and so that be it for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and follow us because we'll be molding the Christmas plaque tomorrow. 1 second, or not. Oh. Maybe not, guys. It doesn't want to get level. Let me set this back up here and grab something to level it out. I'm going to take a little bit of that out of there. So, let me see a cup. It's way too full, guys. We'll see how this does. All right, that seems to be better. I'm just gonna dump that, guys. It's not the greatest. Get my stick cleaned off here. Okay. That was a little hard on the fingers. Now I'm just gonna ruffle it up a little around the edges so we don't have a lot of cleanups there. All right, there we go. Now let's see if we can't if we can't cure that, guys. That should be better. Now I am going to put it over here. Actually, I think I'll leave it alone. It looks like. All right. Maybe it's not, guys. It's coming right back downhill. So let me get her moved over. This one is done. All right, here goes. Okay. There we go. Sorry, guys, my throat's dried out. So anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. We love y'all. If you need to be added into the drawing and I don't have your name in there, and if you're not added by clicking on the bell and clicking on all, then I won't be able to see that you are added to my channel. So make sure you click all when you subscribe. And click the bell, and then click all. All right, that way I can see everybody. I love y'all. Good night. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.